Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War II, World at War, where we're back with more Sea Lion action, probably on the next turn. For now though, let's once again take a look and make sure that all of these units are set and ready to go. Kinda need to set some of these guys back to things like interception. Because I might be able to do another interception somewhere. Either way, I pretty much did all I could over in the UK for this turn. So we'll ship that back to the AI, I suppose, on the next one. Then I already took care of most of the Navy. We don't have any... Oh, we do have transports and amphibious transports, etc. Well, that's strange. I thought previous episode we didn't have it. Huh. Oh, that's odd. It showed me that I had 0. But now it does show me. That's very strange indeed. Well, that means... Oh yeah, you can't send them out because the port is not good enough. Maybe that was the reason. I was checking it constantly at a port which was already too damaged. Okay, what that means is that I can actually already send out a couple of units. I want to start for the invasion of the UK, or the US. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try to get some units onto Newfoundland and start working my way from there. So I actually want to try to go and land up here and then also near Canada, near these mines. I also want to try and start sending some forces down south, potentially towards all these islands over here, and start capturing those regions. I think going south first is probably the best idea. To try and avoid any enemy navy. I'm gonna do that with long-range amphibious transports, of course. I'm gonna send 1 corps and potentially 2 armies if I can. Sending the Panzer Grenadiers will be fine too. So these 3 are gonna go south, and I want them to capture both Trinidad and Tobago, which is actually US, but I also want them to land out here and capture the Dutch Guiana capital, and then move into British Guiana. But I think we'll control that once the British will fall. But I want to start going for these islands here first, and for Central America as well, because it's probably easier to land there than in a very defended area, which is this security zone out here. That would be a lot tougher. So I'm gonna send them out down south. Now we've done that, we can't actually send any forces to Britain except by regular invasion. But now that I've taken 2 ports, I think starting from the next turn I just want to start using regular transports. And I'm not going to send them out now because they can't land anyway. This port is too weak too. But definitely starting from the next turn I will try to do that. Again, I was able to send out a couple of forces, which is nice. Looking for the Romanian HQ. This is the Hungarian HQ. Where's that Romanian HQ? All the way up here? Let's send you guys up then, because it's a bit of a strange placement. Let's get some more forces right next to the bases and onto Brest itself. There we go, because these forces are going to be sent out, of course. And the planes, once again, I will strategically locate them over to Britain, but not now. We'll see how that goes. Either way, it's nice to see that we actually are capable of doing that stuff already, because that speeds up the process by quite a bit. So yeah, that'll be great. Now Argentina. Actually, now Oh, okay, I can't really do anything about that. I'm a bit afraid that these guys will be destroyed because I don't think this garrison will fare that well against that core, to be honest. That was a bit of a mistake. So we'll have to transport some guys over there. Regular core in order to hold my ground there. Let's take a look out here. Oh, there's really some odd stuff with the camera going on. You're going in here. First take hail, then move down. These guys aren't entrenched, but the damage is abysmal. Okay. Not exactly what I was hoping for. What that means, I actually need some other forces out here. I'm a bit surprised that these guys are doing so well, although my units are in very poor supply. So I'm gonna look and see whether I can get an HQ going to give these guys a little bit more supply. Let's just go down here, and I will drop that HQ over here, so they'll take care of those forces. I was planning for an invasion. This is Port Victoria, UK, so those are sea to us. But I want to attack French Madagascar. Again, the problem here is that these guys aren't in really good supply, and now I can't use long-range amphibious transports. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use regular transports and get these guys over to Italian territory first, and then use regular amphibious transports to go over to Madagascar and take that over. That's gonna take a while, but that's okay. There we go, and all we have left now is Zanzibar. We'll go over there with the core next turn. So again, these guys can only move 1 hex. You guys will go by regular transport because they're very, very far from wherever they need to be. And they just run into those guys. That's really bad for that army. And there's unfortunately not a whole lot I can do for it, so they might get destroyed actually. Oh, come on. Luckily, those guys can't attack next turn. We'll see what the AI does. I need to get my troops out of here. There we go. The next turn I can finally ship out the Rommel HQ as well. Let's operate these guys down here so we can free up a few more troops for whatever we're doing. Can't ship them down there yet, but to Karachi. Those are pretty much the last few armies that I... Sure. I can repair these, it's not a problem. Okay, down south here, I think for the moment I just want to keep these guys onto those cities. And I think I'm gonna send these guys down south because I don't really need them over in that location. At this point I do have my second HQ. I actually need a third. So I'm gonna look to send one down. More of these ships. Well, I wouldn't mind bombing down here. But I also need them here for when the rain stops falling. So I will send them over to this port. And then once the rain gets a little bit better, they can move down and attack this unit. Problem here is that these guys are... Yeah, they're... It's just a tough spot. Okay. Keep running into enemy ships around here. I can damage this unit though. So I don't want to get into too much trouble. I'm getting very lucky, at least with that. You cannot bomb a second time. Ah, just out of range. Ah. Well, if I set these to ground mode, down to 1, and then I can set these to ground mode too, and potentially wipe them out. Yes, I did. Excellent. Okay, hopefully that will keep the carrier there hidden. I have no clue how many ships the enemy still has, so that's a very tough gamble. I will keep at least some units around here to make sure that the enemy doesn't drop any new infantry around there. I mean, I can't see everything, but I can sure as well try. Let's see though if I can. Okay, San Diego's empty. Wow. That's an opportunity. Can't see Los Angeles. So I can't be too hasty. You're going by long-range amphibious transport. I'll set them out on the next turn too. Going for the US mainland. Japanese still have some research that they can do. I'm going for level 5 amphibious warfare already. Number of HQs. The chance that these researches will be completed is near 0. So I might just as well buy more troops for the Japanese, and I guess yeah, they just don't have very good armies and such, so I'll just buy. I don't have points anymore. Okay, buy another destroyer. That's it though for this turn. I think did take care of this. You guys can move indeed, except for the 10th army, but there's no real reason to move them at this stage. I would move them closer to the ports. Yeah, they can be sent back, definitely. Okay, and then only the Italian and German purchases are left. Again, I will gladly go for some destroyers here. If I can get more navy while I still can, that's probably good. Then for the Germans as well. Carrier won't be completed. These guys won't be completed either. This is May, April, March. It's already too late. Rockets, okay. I mean, that's not very useful. February. I guess I'm just gonna buy a bunch of core, because at least these cores will be finished on time. And I can actually still use them. Instead of anything else, there we go. Let's go for another one. And another one. Okay, how many points do we have left? 445. Let's go for a mechanized. We'll see if we get to do anything with it. Alright, I will switch you up with an army so they can be shipped out soon. There we go. So I think the turn is finished here. Let's end it, and then we'll see what the AI can do during their next turn. Yes. Yeah. Algeria is liberated. I wonder if we get that territory back. Maybe not. Oh, that's only one unit, yeah. Still a lack of supplies. I wonder how we get better supplies out there. Because this way, I mean, we did take southern UK and we're pretty much clear in the Strait of Dover, so I wonder if we really have to take down the UK entirely. Japan launches thousands of balloon bombs against the USA. Is that really necessary? Anti-aircraft defense. Sure. Spying and intelligence level 1. That's not too bad. Okay. So there seems to be a lot of rain again. It means that the enemy bombers will not be very efficient during this turn. That's how it looks like. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Oh no, they're in the clear. But they can't bomb down here at least. Okay, so they're repairing a bunch of stuff. Railing these. And why would you do that though? I mean, that's just not very effective, I think. I also don't think the UK will still get a lot of points here. Sure. I don't know what happened. Oh, it's a carrier. Okay. The carrier is probably not in a very good position here with all those submarines. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, goodbye, army. These might survive, but I don't think so. No. No, there we go. So they're bombing their own ports, huh? And their own cities. You know when things are rough, when you're bombing your own cities. I mean, yeah, this is unfortunate, but man, they still have a lot of planes. I also feel like I'm not particularly getting lucky here, but oh well. Yeah, like I thought. It was a bad move. I don't want them to liberate certain cities. I wonder how long these guys can hold out. Probably indefinitely with the way things are going. Are they retreating or something? Or shipping units to the UK? I wonder if Argentina has a secondary capital as well. I have to check that out. Well, there will be more destruction amongst the enemy forces on the next turn as well. And they're done. Submarine. Some cavalry. Okay, let's deploy you on the capital at the very least. Submarine. There we go. And there's also an army for Japan. There we go. Okay, let's deal with Argentina first. And I do have this Japanese unit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare war on Chile. With both Germany and Japan doesn't need to anymore. Okay. So at this point it's more or less a question of, do I want the Japanese to get Chile or do I want the Germans to get Chile? And I think that I can give Chile to the Japanese. There we go. And then these guys will now go for Bolivia. I can give Brazil to the Germans. Oh, come on. Okay, so the unit is on that hex. I don't think it can go in there. It might actually go up and re-liberate Paraguay. I'm gonna operate back to this region. Unfortunately, but Chile should surrender now. I'm gonna try and send more forces into that region. I think this should work. All those guys get sent back up. Okay. Let's take a look down here. Nothing got destroyed on my side. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't really know what to say about this. I need escort mode. Or I'll just be allowed to keep going. No damage though, and they are housing 2 more armies down there. So they must have really gotten back down to that area. This is taking pretty long, but again, my timetable allows me to take it by 1945 with the troops that I have, and that's pretty much what I'm gunning for here. So I'm not going to be able to bomb those guys. I'm just going to have to move steadily onwards. Should have put those 2 under the HQ. So next turn I'm going to get them on the HQ, do a bit of repairing, and hope that that will work out. Meanwhile, I'll try to keep my bombers straight. Again, supplies especially poor throughout most of Australia, but we're doing okay. Yeah, so we just have to keep moving like this, and next town is gonna be Brisbane. Doesn't give them a lot of MPP. Yeah, I was saying that I'm gonna try to bomb at Timor. So I will. They have an entrenchment of 1. I want to get that down to 0 for now. Nice hit. Not that one though. And oh, keep repairing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my unit out to that region. Yeah, it's too far away. Unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to wait again for a bit. Oh well. And let's continue up here. Let's see if San Diego is still empty. Yes, it is. That will allow me, actually, to get these guys out here. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, well, I don't mind that. I guess destroying more enemy units is what I'm gonna do here. Let's try it with the next one. The artillery. That does give me a 5 strength port now. Well, I think that means I can already drop in here. Yeah. Okay. If I move these up a little bit, I can move 2 more units in there. Potentially. At least these guys. So that's our first landing in the United States. And taking San Diego does help me, together with the port, to lower their ability to repair and buy more stuff. You know, we're gonna go for these oil facilities out there. I think this is already looking quite well for a first invasion. How far can you guys go? They can get pretty close. And you're still alive. This day survived as well. It's still very dangerous around this area. I'm gonna send these guys south because I think I need them around Australia. Australia is still very toughly defended. And we're gonna have to break through. Yeah, I don't have any... I have the long-range amphibious transports. Yeah, I have to wait till that port is ready, unfortunately. Okay, you guys can move to. The one thing that's unfortunate about these long-range amphibious transports that they're slower than regular transports, but I have no choice but to use them because I don't have any regular transports available right now. And rather, I have too many units to ship over to the United States. Okay, let's go hunting. Very well. Okay, you have 0 strikes. And I think that's pretty much it for the Japanese, except for the Navy here. I'm gonna send a couple of them back because they're hurt. But some of the others, yeah, you're definitely going back too. But I still have plenty of ships that can help out here, just making sure there are no enemy ships on the flanks. It's that map again. Okay. Let's set all of these to naval tactical. There we are, and the last one is also naval tactical. I don't want to mix. And I'll send them out here. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess this might not be as efficient as I would like, so I'm just gonna wait here and leave the carriers out at port, and we'll see what we can do. Next turn, of course, more troops will arrive, and they will continue to pour in into this area. And more Japanese troops will make the landing while we are busy with this. So we took Chile. Let's continue down here for a little bit. Would like to get that mine, obviously. Surely they will have a garrison at Salisbury. Yeah, exactly. So I'm still hoping to take Cape Town at least by the end of the game. So then I only have to focus upon these territories along the coast. That was pretty much my idea. It seems like we didn't take these territories. We're gonna have to pry it from the Americans the hard way. Do we have a long-range amphibious transport? No, not for them. So I'm gonna have to use German units in order to take these coastal places, because I don't have enough for, well, I have absolutely none for the Italians. So the Italians are just pretty much going to be useless. That also means that I need to ship back these tanks to other locations, and the HQ and such as well. So I'm going to get rid of these guys, and these Italians can go and take those port cities. And we should be good to go there at that point. Either way, what I'm going to do for this turn, or this episode, is I'm going to end it here. I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. So take care, and see you all next time.